So Cardano is now in the best place it has ever been in its entire life cycle. And what I mean by that is, we've now seen the execution of all these different proof of concepts, and it really shows you that Cardano means business. It is moving forward at lightning speed. And in fact, Charles Hoskinson gave us a little bit of insight into the what the next era of Hydra is in fact going to look like. And there's actually a potential 60% rebound that I want to talk about in terms of ADA price that I didn't get a chance to in my earlier video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So 2024 and 2025 have all been about execution. Cardano following through on what it has been talking about for years. A lot of people have complained about the process and basically said that Cardano never follows through and that it's not making ground up and all these different things. But yet we've seen the enterprise partnerships, we've seen the government utilization, like we talked about yesterday, the partnership in Argentina and utilization of the Cardano blockchain for key pieces of infrastructure. And now obviously Hydra following through on major scalability opportunities within Cardano. And I know that some people will still complain that this isn't used in a big way or that Argentina isn't a big country or anything like that. But understand this. It is a proof of concept. It is a proof that you can do what you say you're going to do. And what we have seen from Cardano time and time again, at least as of late, has been execution, execution, execution. And in fact, Hydra was one of the best demonstrations of this because of the ongoing Hydra Doom tournament. We were actually able to see Hydra eclipse over 1 million transactions per second. And this is a really big deal. This is to show you that Cardano, frankly, can become the most scalable blockchain in all of crypto. Now, this Hydra tournament is in fact coming to a close on January 20th. But Charles Hoskinson is basically laying out the next stage of evolution when it does come to Hydra. And so he highlighted that companies such as Anastasia and Sunday Labs are already building their own Hydra infrastructure, specifically referencing the Midgard and Gummy Worm protocols. He said, we're going to invite them into the IO innovation group and get them through at least 3 to 6 months of R&D prototyping so that things like Midgard and Gummy Worm protocols respectively built by Anastasia and Sunday, can start working their way into production Cardano applications. He also cited additional areas of Hydra research and implementing, including head-to-head communication, so from Hydra head to Hydra head, introducing zero technologies into Hydra heads and Hydra tail protocols. He underscored Cardano's approach to scaling its iterative, pointing out each year will bring improvements rather than one single magic milestone. And this is what Cardano has always been about, right? When I've been talking about Cardano for years now, since actually July 28th of 2022 is the first time I think I did an ADA video or a Cardano video. And if you guys haven't noticed, it's been bits and pieces of steps forward and innovation and development. And it's not all one big blah. There it is. There is a process to this. And luckily, Cardano has been taking these big steps forward piece by piece by piece. The puzzle is, in fact, finally coming together. Now, what he described this Hydra solution as is basically a hidden gem. And frankly, it is. It's been slept on by the entire industry. Nobody is really paying attention to the things that have been done with Hydra. In fact, even this 1 million transactions per second has kind of fallen on deaf ears, if that makes sense, right? But this is something that when we look down the road, it is a key piece of evolution for this industry. For example, he's actually cited when we look to the next 3 to 5 to 10 years, we'll watch ourselves walk in that direction as a complementary scaling solution to what has already been achieved with Cardano as of today and what will be achieved as we enter in the age of Laos and the age of zero knowledge as well as partner chains. So, and again, I'm sure some people will complain, oh yeah, it takes forever. We're always down the road and understand that Cardano is constantly developing. And right now, nobody has really developed a solution in the way that Cardano has for the masses entering the space. Yes, there are some stuff that work right now. What happens when you have 400 million new users enter the crypto space in this market cycle, right? Most are not prepared to handle that. So this is obviously a very big deal. Now, something I want to talk about as well is this potential 60% rebound. I know that this came kind of later on in the video, but what this is specifically referring to is that obviously big bull pennant that we've been playing into. But what I kind of noticed is that ADA really has 3 things going on right now from a price standpoint. It's got an inverse head and shoulders playing out. It's got a big bull pennant forming, forming, and we have a big descending broadening wedge. So all three are very, very bullish formations, and all three can lead us to this huge boom in ADA price. All right. Now, obviously, this isn't a guarantee. Nobody knows what's going to happen. But first of all, here's your inverse head and shoulders being built, right? There's your head, there's your left shoulder, your right shoulder. And in fact, right now, ADA is starting to play right into that right shoulder, and it may attack the top of this trend. Interestingly enough, again, we have the big bull pennant playing out like we talked about earlier in this today in the other video. And in fact, again, ADA may try to attack this point and make its next leg up. At the same time, we have this big descending broadening wedge for ADA that is playing out here currently. And what's interesting about this is the target is actually from the bottom test here to the top of this trend, which is over a 50% breakout to the upside. So all these things actually coming together may actually be what slingshot ADA price to some insane heights. All right. Now, again, nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows how we're going to digest a couple key pieces of data. Obviously, today, again, it'll be out by the time this video comes out, but we have the jobs report, we have the CPI report next week, we have an FOMC meeting following the inauguration, and we had Q4 GDP report coming at the end of this month. There's a lot of things that we have to pay attention to that are going to impact the market one way or the other. But understand that at least from a development standpoint, Cardano is on point. From a partnership standpoint, Cardano is on point. The last thing we need to follow through now is just the charts. And remember, like I've always said, price is always the lagging metric. It's always the last thing to move. People that have said it, oh yeah, the developments haven't really played a part in price moving. That's coming. It's all about patience. Understand that ADA is doing what it's historically done from cycle to cycle. And we're in actually a really good spot right now. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.